Shalom. For anybody there, because I don't see anybody. Okay. Check something. Okay. And check something else. Or something else. Or something else. No, I guess not. Okay. Okay. Our prayer book, and I have to turn pages twice. Because I have two prayer books. Okay. I wonder if everybody is just kind of zonked out after the holidays. I know I'm zonked out after the holidays and the debate, but at any rate, Yini Matov. Yini Matov Mana. Troy, there you are. Shalom and Chag Sameach.
ברכו את אדוני המבורך. ברוך אדוני המבורך לעולם ועד.
Praised be the one to whom our praise is due. Praised be the one to whom our praise is due, now and forever. Now. Ahavat Olam. Your love has embraced us always, in wilderness, in promised land, in good times and in bad. Night and day, your Torah sustains us, reviving the spirit, delighting the heart, informing the soul, opening the eyes, granting us a glimpse of eternity. Because of your love, we shall embrace Torah night and day in devotion and delight. Beloved are you, Adonai, whose Torah reflects your love. Shema.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
Baruch Shem Kol Malchuto Olam Va'ed. Hear, O Israel, Adonai is our God. Adonai is one.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם, בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
You shall remember and do all my... You shall love Adonai your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your being. Take these words which I command you on this day and keep them upon your heart. Teach them to your children and speak of them in your house, wherever you go, when you lie down and when you rise up. Bind them as a sign upon your hand and as a reminder, a symbol above your eyes. Write them upon the doorposts of your house and upon your gates. Then you will remember and do all my mitzvot, and be holy before your God. I am Adonai your God, who brought you out of Egypt to be your God. I am Adonai your God.
Adonai Elohechem emet.
Adonai our God is true. Mi chamocha.
Torah
God, you are a consolation to your creatures. For in moments of forgetting, we but call to mind your care, and we are comforted. When we hope no more, a pattern in the snow reminds us of your loving kindness. Your dawns give us confidence, and sleep is a friend. We fail words to say, Matov.
Baruch atah Adonai, haporei sukkot shalom aleinu, ve'al kol amo Yisrael, ve'al Yerushalayim.
Praised are you, Adonai, who spreads the shelter of peace over us, over all the people of Israel, and over Jerusalem. That Hashkivenu prayer is also a reminder of Sukkot, which begins tomorrow.
Yitkada v'yitkadash shmei Rabba, ve'al Maariv rakirutei ve'amlik malchutei, b'ka yekonu yom yekonu v'chayin kol beit Yisrael, bagala v'zman karib, v'meru amen. Yehei shmei Rabba mevarak le'olam ul'ol me'amaya yitbarak v'yishtabak v'yitpar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitalev v'yitalal shmei l'kudisha b'richu le'ila min kol birkata v'shirata tushbekata v'nekemata dabiran be'alma v'meru amen.
Amida.
Adonai sefetai tiftach ufi agid tehilatecha. Adonai, open my lips, and my mouth will declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu, v'Elohei avoteinu v'imoteinu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor ve'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Kasadim Tovim, Ve'konei Hakol, V'zoker Kastei Avot v'Imahot, U'mevig Geulah livnei bneihem, Leman Shemo be'ava, Melech Ozer u'Moshia u'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham v'Ezrat Sarah.
Troy? Me too.
Ata gibor le'olam Adonai, mechayei hakol ata, Rav le'ushia, morid hata, for another week or so. Mechakel kayim bekesed, mechayei hakol v'rakamim rabim, somech nofelim v'rofei kolim, u'matir asurim, u'mekayim emunato l'shenei afar, mikavo kava givurot, u'midomela, melech meinit u'mekayeh, u'matzliach Yeshua. Marukata Adonai Mikaye Hakol.
You can take this moment and say your own prayer silently from your heart.
Oh, say Shalom Bimromav Hu Yaseh Shalom Aleinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael Ve'al Kol Yoshvei Tevel Ve'iberu
And Troy, don't get too comfortable back in normality. It's we've got Sukkot, and that's different too.
Yitkedah v'yitkedah shemei Rabbah ve'amad yivrakirutei ve'amlik malchutei v'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayei l'kol Beit Yisrael v'agalav v'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shemei Rabbah l'vorach le'olam ulam ne'amaya yitparak Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yipav v'yitromam v'yitnoseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei l'kudusha b'richu le'ela mikol b'yachata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata damiran be'alma v'imeru amen. Titkabal tzaloton uvoton dechol Yisrael kadam avuhon divishmaya v'imru amen. Yehei shalom rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Osei shalom bimromav hu yaseh shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen.
Well, hi Barbara. I'm sorry I'm frozen. I'm not frozen on here. I don't know whether Troy is or not. And I don't know who else is here, so. Okay, it's Thursday, so we do a little Torah reading. The Sukkot and Shemini Atzeret readings are from Leviticus chapters 22 and 23, Numbers 29, and Deuteronomy 14 and 16. I'm going to be moving a lot of Torahs around this week. These readings detail the laws of the Moadim. Usually when we say Moed or something, it means the intermediary, appointed times They are explicit times on the Jewish calendar for festive celebrations. Sukkot is, we do it at a particular time. And the idea is to bond with God. A continuation of God bonding that we had during the high holidays, during the days of awe. Including the mitzvah of dwelling in the sukkah, also of the taking the lulav and the etrog, and the festival, on the festival, the offerings that we do not bring anymore, but at one time brought to the Holy Temple, and the obligation to go to the Holy Temple, to see and to be seen before the face of God. The idea was that every Jew on earth would go to the Holy Temple. Of course, every Jew on earth was mainly in Israel, and congregate inside the temple for the pilgrimage festivals, for Passover, for Shavuot, and for Sukkot. There's been a lot of talk about how did we all fit in there? Well, we just did. It was God made the space for us. Amy is not here today because she doesn't feel well. I will read from, this is chapter 22 of Leviticus. Leviticus 22, chapter 22, verses 26 through 32. No, 33. And it all has to do with what they are required to do on the festivals.
Baruch hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim ve'natan lanu et torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah. Amen. Vaydaber Adonai el Moshe lemor. Sor o chesev o es ki yivaled vehaya shiv'at yamim tachat imo umiyom hashemini והלאה ירצה לקורבן איש אל אדוני, וסור עושה אותו ואת בנו לא תשחטו ביום אחד, וכי תזבחו זבח תודה לאדוני, לרצונכם תזבחו. ביום ההוא יאכל, לא תותירו ממנו עד בוקר, אני אדוני. ושמרתם מצוותי, ועשיתם אותם, אני אדוני, ולא תחללו את שם קודשי, ונקדשתי בתוך בני ישראל, אני אדוני מקדישכם, המוציא אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים, אני אדוני. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, אשר נתן לנו תורת אמת וחיי אותם נטע בתוכנו. ברוך אתה אדוני נותן התורה. If it's the one I'm thinking of, Troy, is it Mishkan Tefillah? And yeah, it is. It is. No, go to page this and go back to page this and go to page this, and then sometimes it doesn't say what page to go back to, and it's. So yeah. Which is why I made my own. Sukkot, the season of our joy. And I love this season. I love the fall season. My voice always sounds better. I think it's the clearer air, something to do with that. Unless the Santa Ana winds hit too hard, and they have hit here pretty badly, but not blasting, at least. The reason, and Amy had a question about how to, I think it wasn't how to hold the lulav and etrog. She wanted to know how to place it. So if she received one in the mail and she doesn't know how to put it in the little wicker, the little, it's palm, basket weave thingy. So I tried to explain that to her, that the palm goes in the center, the myrtle goes on the right as you're facing it, the willow goes on the left. You put them together, you hold the etrog upside down with the pitom facing down, and before you do the blessing and shake it, then you turn the etrog right side up so the pitom is facing up. Then you do the shaking. And we're not going to be shaking it this Shabbat because you don't shake the lulav on Shabbat. So why don't we shake the lulav on the reason we don't shake the lulav? We don't read the Megillah, we don't blow the shofar. It's all the same reason. Rabbah, the 3rd century Talmudic scholar, explained the reason for this rabbinic decree. Everyone wanted to do these mitzvot, but not everyone knew how. So Amy was absolutely, you got the world Mishkan Tefillah. Okay, that's great. I wonder if that's what I have. I'm not sure. At any rate, because not everyone was proficient in using the lulav and the etrog and stuff, or knew whether or not how to carry the Megillah. You shouldn't carry the shofar. You're not supposed to blow. The idea is that if you go to the rabbi to receive instructions on how to properly fulfill them, then you transgress on Shabbat. You then transgress the prohibition of carrying in the public domain. And on Shabbat, and it's so Rabbah decreed against performing these mitzvot when the respective holiday falls on Shabbat. He explains further that it is so great, Shabbat is such a great holiday, that it is able to draw down these effects, mitzvot, automatically. It is not necessary to shake the lulav on Shabbat, as the effect would be redundant. So the question is this: how could the sages take away these mitzvot based on a fear of what an ignorant person might do? The Rebbe Rashab, 5th Lubavitcher Rebbe, explains that when one performs a mitzvah, a certain godly effect is drawn into the world. Shabbat, he explains, is so great that it is able to draw down these effects automatically. It is not necessary to shake the lulav on Shabbat, as its effect would be redundant. So there you have it. So tomorrow night and Saturday we will not be shaking the lulav. We will not be performing that mitzvah. We will also not be sitting in a sukkah, but I will, on my Zoom, my Zoomiverse service, I will be sitting in a sukkah as a background. That should be kind of cool. Okay, Aleinu.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתגעים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא.
We rise to our duty to praise the Master of all, to acclaim the Creator. God made our lot unlike that of other people, assigning to us a unique destiny. We bend the knee and bow, acknowledging the Supreme Sovereign, the Holy One, exalted, who spread out the heavens and laid the foundations of the earth. And it is said, Adonai shall be ruler over all the earth. In that day Adonai shall be one, and God's name shall be one. We are grateful, O God, for the gift of life
and for the healing powers you've implanted within your creatures. Sustain our loved ones with the courage and fortitude they need to endure weakness and pain. Help us to find ways to show our love for them so that we may be an influence for good in their time of need. I am remembering today the community of Abayudaya, Mbale, Uganda, a friend of Saima Kamal named Serish, who is probably recovering from surgery. Moshe Ben Etel, he's the brother of a colleague of mine, Shosh Carter, Rabbi Shosh Carter. Jacob Blake and his family, Menachem Ben Menashe, all COVID-19 victims, Amy Handley, Batya Malka Bat Perel Chaya, Alan Bennett, Roland and Judy Hansen, Shendel Bat Shalom, Chana Bat Shendel, and Dana Glazer. And may all who suffer illness of body or mind know that you are with them, giving them strength of spirit as they struggle to recover. May their afflictions soon be ended, and may they return in health to family and friends. Check to see if anybody over here. No, guess not. Baruch atah Adonai rofei hacholim. Blessed are you, Adonai, healer of the sick. The Mourner's Kaddish. I do have some, let's see, wait a minute, let me check something. I have a couple of yard sites of my own. Avraham ben, okay. Avraham ben Daniel, Amy's father, her yard site, his yard site. And another friend of mine, who died last year, Anne Skolnick. She was a lovely little lady. She was born in Toronto and came to the United States, and she was president of my former synagogue for a while, and which is cute. She didn't know a lot about Judaism, and my husband, of course, doesn't. He probably knows more than he realizes that he knows, but he probably knows more than a lot of Jews know. But nevertheless, he would occasionally, he would sit with her, and sometimes he'd ask her, "Why do we do such and such?" And she said, "I don't know." So he had kind of a kindred spirit there, and for years they sat together, and this little relationship built, and it got to the point where everybody in the congregation referred to Anne as Bob's shul wife. So I'm remembering her. Helen Reddy died. She's a good singer. She was real great. Mac Davis. I'm a fan of country music. I'm a fan of all kinds of music, but country music was, I loved it. I love it. And loved his music in particular. There was one song that I never quite learned well enough, and I should probably revisit it. Was "You Gotta Stop and Smell the Roses." And Ruth Bader Ginsburg. We're still remembering Ruth, and all the COVID-19 victims. Aaron Quinto Moses, the leader of the Abayudaya community, and all victims of racial injustice and discrimination. If you're observing outside, or if you wish, or if you're in mourning, if you wish to, you may say Kaddish for those who have no one to say Kaddish. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei rava, ve'alma divrach yerutei, ve'amlich malchutei, v'chayichon v'yomechon v'chayei l'kol beit Yisrael, v'agala u'yisman kariv, v'imru amen. Yehei shemei rava mevarach le'alam olam me'almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach, v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam, v'yitnaseh, Yitadar v'yitalev v'yitalal shemei l'kodesha v'rechu le'ela min kol birchata v'ship yirata tushbechata v'nechemata ta'amiran be'alma ve'imru amen Yehei shalama rava min shemaya v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imru amen Osei shalom v'imroma hu ya'aseh shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol Yoshvei Tevel, ve'imru. Amen. these things never end. The sand and the sea, the rush of the waters, the crash of the heavens, the prayer of the heart, the sand and the sea, the rush of the waters, the crash of the heavens, the prayer of the heart. Thank you guys for being here. Barbara, Troy, you're the only ones that I can see, so have a beautiful evening, and hope I will see you tomorrow and or Saturday. Should be kind of fun. Oh, let's see, wait a minute. There's a message on here that I wanted to answer. Let me, hang on a second. Yes, oh, I see, okay. Oh, right. Okay, well then that's probably the same one I have. Right. Right, not the book page. Not the web page. Understood. Okay. Shalom, everybody. Erev Tov, Laila Tov, whatever Tov, whatever time of day you are, Tov.